welcome to the Birmingham Vineyard Kids Stream. I'm Becky and this is Lauren. Hi Lauren.
Hi. So today we're continuing our series on living as Jesus' disciples.
We're going to start with a bit of a tricky picture today.
Ooh.
Okay. What do you see in this picture?
Well, I can see a duck.
A duck, you say? Interesting. I can see a bunny.
Is this some sort of trick?
Well, sort of. Some people see a bunny, others see a duck. Can you see the other one now? Can you see a bunny?
Oh, yeah, I see. So where I saw the duck's beak, that's the bunny's ears.
Yeah, exactly.
This is really interesting. But what does it have to do with being a disciple?
Good question. Well, you're going to have to wait and see. First, we're going to play a game.
All right. Okay, so today we're going to play a bit of Pictionary, okay? So I'm going to start easy, I'm going to mix it up, okay? Here we go. So I'm going to draw something and then you have to try and guess what I'm drawing as quick as you can. Okay, here we go. What do you think? Anyone guessed it? It's a tree. Yeah. Okay, next one. Here we go. It might be a bit trickier. It's a person. Yeah, good job. Okay. And then... Does that help? Anyone know? Okay, and I'm going to draw one of these. Okay, that is a cowboy. Good job if you got that. Okay, next one. Okay, test my 3D drawing skills. This is terrible. Okay. Does anyone know what that is? It's quite tricky. Mike doesn't know what it is. This is a sandwich. Yeah, good job if you got that. 10 points if you got that. Okay, let's do another one. Oh. Anyone guess it? It's a whale. Good job. Okay, let's do one last one over here. Can you get it from that? Oh, some of you have got it. Yeah, it's a rocket. Okay, let's move on.
So in Pictionary, we see a picture and we try and say what it is. I might guess one thing, you might guess a different thing, but we're both looking at the same picture. We see it in different ways, don't we, right? It was a bit the same with the bunny and the duck picture we had earlier. Now, in life, God sees some things, especially people, a bit differently to the way that we do. And because of that, he asks us, his disciples, his followers, to try and see them that way and then respond differently to how we normally would. Jesus is going to talk to us about this in our Bible passage for today. So I'm going to read to you from Matthew chapter 5, verses 43 to 48. You've heard, said Jesus, that the law says, love your neighbour and hate your enemy. But I say, love your enemies. Pray for those who persecute you. In that way, you'll be acting as true children of your Father in heaven. For he gives his sunlight to both the evil and the good, and he sends rain on the just and the unjust alike. Now, sometimes things happen in life that are not good, don't they? Often through other people. There are people who treat us badly. Maybe they call us names or hurt us or hurt our feelings in some way. Now, probably you don't call people your enemies, but you might be really clear that certain people are definitely not your friends. Certain people we just don't like, or they don't like us often. Or maybe they're not friends, they're actually in our family, and we do love them, but we fight with them sometimes, and we say or do things that hurt each other. Do you know what I'm talking about? When that happens to you, what do you usually do? Why don't you just think about that for a moment and maybe tell someone that you're with what you normally do in that situation? Okay. The normal response that people have when someone hurts them is they get angry about it, and they often try to hurt that person back. That's our reflex, that's our response. At the very least, we don't love that person. We don't want good things to happen to them. They want that person to feel as bad as they do. Have you ever done that? I know that I have. That's my natural reaction when someone upsets or hurts me. But Being a disciple of Jesus means growing to be like Jesus, to act towards people like he does. Do you remember our verses? Jesus said, love your enemies, pray for those who persecute you. Persecuting means being unkind to somebody or bullying somebody. So what does this all have to do with the bunny and the duck and seeing things differently and seeing people differently? Well, sometimes if someone hurts or upsets us, that's all we can see, isn't it? We see them as their mean and unkind and hurtful self. And that gets stuck in our head. That's all that they are to us. And then all we can respond with is anger or unkindness or meanness back, because that's what they deserve. That's what we see, and that's what we do. Now, that picture is true, and God knows it, okay? God does know that that person was mean. He doesn't want us to pretend that they weren't. That wouldn't be honest. What he does want is for us to try to see the other side of them too, to see them a bit differently. Now, God sees the person's mean things, their unkindness, but he also sees their good sides. He sees the times that they try to do the right things. He sees the things that hurt them and made them sad so that they go hurt other people. And actually, even truly terrible people who are mean all the time, even they are God's children and he loves them, even though that's really hard for us to understand. God sends rain and sunshine to everyone, the nice people and not nice people, all of his creation, because he loves them all. Now, actually, that gives me a lot of hope, because sometimes I'm the nice person, right? Sometimes we're the nice people getting hurt. And then sometimes we're the unkind people who do the hurting to someone else. But because I know God is kind and loving and forgiving every time we turn to him, even if we don't deserve it, even though we do the wrong thing, I know I can trust that for myself. But it also means I know that I want to give that to other people. God wants us to try to see the good in people and to see his love for them, even while we're being really honest about the bad stuff they've done. Whew, wow, now that is really hard. I don't know about you, when I talk about this, there's often a person or a situation that comes up in my mind, and I think, Jesus, even for that person, even in that moment, you're asking me to love. Instead of deciding to be angry and unkind, you're asking me to forgive and show grace and love to that person. Jesus is asking me to pray for that person instead of hurting them back and trying to get even. Now, the great thing is that Jesus does this for us, but also he's done this as well. He was a human once and had to do this all the time when people were mean to him. You might remember the story of Jesus on the cross. When he was there, he hadn't done anything wrong at all, and he was being hurt so badly, but he said, do you remember? Father, forgive them. Jesus has the power to love like this, and actually he wants to give us the power to forgive as well. People don't deserve to be completely forgiven. It's a gift. It's us deciding to put down our right to be angry or our right to hurt them back and to decide to let God take care of that instead. Just like Jesus did with the people who put him on the cross, and just like Jesus does when we get things wrong. Now, remember in the beginning, I saw a bunny in this picture and Lauren saw a duck. Sometimes we see a person we don't like, who's annoying and hurts us. Jesus sees those hard things and he cares for us, but when he looks at that person, he also sees a person he died for and he loves. And so he forgives them and he can help us try to forgive them as well.
Okay, so what you're saying is that as Christians, we should forgive everyone when they're mean to us.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Okay, so you have to forgive me when I'm mean to you.
Well, have to is hard, isn't it? I should try and do my best to love you and forgive you, pray for you and help bless you anyway, with Jesus' help, even when you're mean and unkind.
Okay.
Oh, what? Please don't do that.
Does it make you angry?
Well, it does a little bit. I'm trying to talk here and it kind of hurts. Oh! I would really like you to stop, please.
Okay, are we still friends?
Ooh, is this an illustration?
Yes.
Ah, okay, I see. So that they could see me forgive you. Ah, right, okay. So, I forgive you, Lauren, and I won't hit you back.
And I'm really sorry, Becky.
Oh, thank you. That really helps.
So forgiveness doesn't mean staying there to get hurt, does it?
No, it doesn't. If someone's hurting you, you can move away and try not to get hurt again. What it's about is setting myself and you free. Saying, I'm not going to pick up my pillow and take revenge on you, but also that I'm not going to carry the anger around with me either. Actually, carrying anger around can really hurt us. If Lauren hurts me then she's damaged our friendship. But I'm going to damage it more if I stay angry with her. And my heart's going to get bitter and sad and hurt even more than it was originally, isn't it?
Okay, yeah. So what can we do instead to stop that from happening?
Okay, well, I can try and decide to forgive you. I can choose to, not take revenge, but also I can try and see you differently, like God sees you. You're made in his image, aren't you? You're loved by him. You're really special to him, even when you get it wrong, even when you're not behaving in a kind, Jesus-like way. So I can let it go, and I can ask for God's help to love you and see you like he sees you.
Ah, yeah. Often if someone really hurts us or keeps bullying us, we need help, don't we? We can ask our parents or teachers or another adult that we trust.
Yeah, we should definitely do that. If you're watching this and someone hurts you regularly, you go and talk to someone about it, because we shouldn't have to deal with that on our own.
No.
But God also loves us and wants to come and help us, forgive other people and heal our hearts. It's important to look after yourself, make sure you're not in danger, as well as forgiving people who've tried to hurt you and letting go of some of that really difficult stuff.
Okay, thanks. That's really helpful.
You're a really good friend, Lauren.
You too. So let's take some time to chat to Jesus about what we've heard today. Okay, let's take some deep breaths. Okay, do you feel ready? Excellent, okay. So let's just take a moment to thank Jesus for always being with us and for loving us and for forgiving us. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, have a think about someone in your life who you might be a bit angry with or upset with. Why don't you take a moment to chat to Jesus about that now? Okay, that can be quite tricky, can't it? See if you can now be quiet and see if you can catch anything back from him. You could ask Jesus what he thinks of that person, or ask him to bless that person, or maybe ask him to help you see that person like he sees them. Jesus, please help us to forgive and love like you do. Would you give us the courage to tell an adult when we need to, and also to pray first instead of fighting back? Amen.
I am a city on a hill. I am a light in the darkness. Jesus living in me can change the world.
I am a city on a hill. I am a light in the darkness. Jesus living in me can change the world. I am a city on a hill. I am a light in the darkness. Jesus living in me can change the world. Let my light shine, let my light shine, let my light shine. Let my light shine, let my light shine, let my light shine. If God is for me, who can stand against me? Let my light shine, let my light shine, let my light shine. I am a city on a hill. I am a light in the darkness. Jesus living in me can change the world. I am a city on a hill. I am a light in the darkness. Jesus living in me can change the world. Let your light shine, let your light shine, let your light shine.
Let it shine.
Let my light shine, let my light shine, let my light shine. If God are a city on a hill. We are a light in the darkness. Jesus living in us can change the world. We are a city on a hill. We are a light in the darkness. Jesus living in us can change the world. Let your light shine, let your light shine, let your light shine.
Let it shine.
Let your light shine, let your light shine, let your light shine. If God is for us, who can stand against us? Let your light shine, let your light shine, let your light shine. Let your light shine, let your light shine, let your light shine. Let your light shine, let your light shine, let your light shine.
I will find for you, burning bright with your light. And I will shine for you, burning bright with your light. And I will shine for you, burning bright with your light.
God, thank you so much that you use us to show your light to the whole world around us. Amen. Oh, wow. Well, now it's time for our craft. Jocelyn is going to show us how to make an abstract pencil drawing. And it should help us remember that we're all different and we all see things in a different way. The more we get to know Jesus, the more he changes our hearts and changes the way we see others. Over to Jocelyn.
Hi kids, and today we're going to draw an abstract picture. So, first of all, I'm going to need you to get some paper, a pencil, and some colouring pens or colouring pencils. So first of all, I'm going to need you to pick up your pencil, make sure your hand and your pen or pencil is on the paper, and then I want you to close your eyes and draw lots of squiggles. So you can go circles, or you can go spiky lines, straight lines, and then open your eyes. So that's what I've come up with. You'll come up with something completely different, but the idea is that you can then pick out different shapes to draw different objects. So the yellow one here looks like a fish. That red one looks like a hat. We've got a sailing boat, and then maybe we've got fishing rod with a big bag or something on the end. So I'm going to use my blue first of all. Looks like in this one I could draw a boat or a bowl. So I've got a bowl like that, or if you need to, you can turn the piece of paper round and up and down. So here I've got some waves in the sea. There we go. So it's almost like I have my waves and the boat. Maybe, what else can I get out of this? Ooh, maybe something that's got some wings. Very strange bird, but it is a bird. Got one wing there and another wing there. And then we've got the beak down here. So there we go. So I have a bird with its beak and two wings, a bowl or a boat, whatever you want to use, and some waves. Enjoy.
Can I get you to grab it back up and have it back when as you were showing things?
Yeah.
And in the ending, just say something along the lines of, why don't you see how many things you can find in it, or something like that, as a way of making it feel a bit more interactive.
Yeah.
And then you can end it from there.
So just hold this up and...
Just hold it, so you were holding it in your right hand and pointing to it, I believe, is the way you would...
like this way?
Other way around.
Oh.
Yeah, you're doing that and pointing. And then if you just kind of go from like, the last thing you said was the waves, so if you imagine you just point out the waves, and then go, why don't you see how many different things you can find?
So why don't you see how many different things you can find? Enjoy.
Okay, now it's time to hang our newest picture on the wall. Now, this should help us remember that God sees things and people a little bit differently to how we do, and that if we ask him to, he can help us see them his way.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, if you would like to get more connected in with Birmingham Vineyard or get the details about how to come to a kids group in person or on a Sunday or anything else that we can help you with, you can check out our website, www.birminghamvineyard.com.
Yeah. All right. See you next week.
Have a great week. Bye-bye.